New Artist Spotlight Podcast. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a new episode of the New Artist Spotlight Podcast. I am your host, Origin Crxss, and it's good to be back in the seat once again with my wonderful co-host.
Hi, I'm Lisa. It's good to be back. We have today with us Sara Baya, who would like to talk about her music. So shall we introduce her? Sara?
Yes, thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Origin. Super nice to be with you and all the community, the NAS community today and more, hopefully. And so I'm Sara Baya, and I joined the New Artist Spotlight community about 3 weeks ago, I think, and I'm super happy to be here.
Wow, 3 weeks, and you're already on the podcast. You move fast.
Yeah, I'm very lucky, I think.
Yeah. I think you came in at a good time. We're getting back into a new season and just kind of started opening up applications and everything. So I think you just perfect timing.
Cool. Thanks.
So could you tell us a little bit about yourself, the type of music you make, and a little bit about how you got started?
Sure. Yeah. Thank you very much. So again, Sara Baya. I live in France. I'm 40 years old. And I've always liked music. I think I have a lot of people who play music in my family. I was always thinking about making music, as a kid and as a teenager. I was writing poetry and songs, very emo songs, very like emotional and things you write when you're a teenager. And I started playing guitar with my uncle, and then continued on my own and everything. And I wanted to create songs that would honor a bit also the teenager I was, because, several decades later, I realized that some of the songs were not too bad. And luckily, I met a very great musician and who is helping me release songs. His name is Gérald Toto. We both live in Toulouse, so in the south of France, and we've started recording some tracks. So the first one is now in the New Artist Spotlight community, because it's my only and for now first song in the community. It's a cover, but the next ones will be my creations, and I think people would say it's something about world music, but I don't really like that word, world music, because it's just a music with a lot of inspiration from all over many locations, including East African music, North African music, pop music, and I just like to have all of this together and make something that is my style, I guess. So I'm not sure what style of music I make, but I try to be authentic and make some kind of unique sound with the help of Gérald Toto, who's helping me record.
Nice.
That's fantastic.
Thank you.
I think it's always good to have an original sound rather than try to mimic someone that you've heard and like. It's better to just be yourself.
Sure.
So what would you say your ambitions are as a recording artist? Is there anything particularly that you want to do? What would be the pinnacle of your career?
For now, what makes me really happy is to have a dialogue with people who also create, or not necessarily create, but are interested to discover universes, another person's universe. I think I'm discovering what it feels to create music and to talk with people about it, and people tell you what they do. And I just love that. I think it's a great way to be in the world. And for the ambitious part, I'm not sure yet. I think I want to share it with as many people as I can and not disappoint the little Sara of all the other ages that I've been, something like that.
Yeah. That's good. I like that, not disappointing all the little Saras along the way. So you say you want to make music that is your style, and it seems like you're still finding your style, maybe still finding your voice. Do you want to tell us a little bit about what that process has been like, how you kind of been working and developing yourself as an artist?
Sure, yes. I think I don't know about you, but I felt very limited by many technical constraints, that there's so many jobs actually in music. There's so many different skills and competencies, and I felt like I had no idea what I was doing for most of it, except I liked singing and playing instruments. So actually I play guitar, but I also started playing an instrument called the kora, which is an African harp, and it's a long, I don't know how you say, like the guitar, I don't know how you say.
Like the neck of the guitar?
Yeah, the neck, yeah. It's a long neck with a very round shape for the body, and it has 21 strings. And I'm really playing it in a beginner mindset, because the people who play it, they are usually, they have the profession of being storytellers, and it's their job in parts of Africa, East Africa, from the part that I've been trying to learn. So yeah, it's like very impressive what they do. So I'm always with a beginner mindset, but also getting to meet very good, very skilled people who, either became my friends and wanted to help me, or, that I managed to partner with. It really helped me in that process of finding my voice without being limited by trying to do everything by myself, because I really didn't know how to do that. So it's been, I feel very grateful. It's never lonely or a solitary success, to release to release one song. And I just feel very grateful that I got to meet those people also, because this person I was talking about, Gerald Toto, he also gave me singing classes. So that really also helped me find my voice. And yeah, it took some time, but I like to be slow but real, like to not go quickly and do something that in the end I will not like. So I'm happy with how slow I've been. And I hope to continue to learn and to expand and to maybe partner with some people in the New Artist Spotlight community. Who knows? Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean, really, really great aspirations.
Thank you. I feel like I want to interview you as well. So I'm like, I want to know about you also, but I know it's not the topic. So I also want to interview you at some point, even if it's not. Yeah.
No, I mean, that would be cool. I feel like, we get to know you guys a lot, but I'm sure there's still stuff that you guys want to know about us and how we do what we do, how we got to where we are, and things like that. So, I mean, I'd be open to it. Maybe one day we have an episode where the guests interview us. Idea.
Yeah,
that sounds good. So how are you finding the NAS community so far? You say you've been with us for 3 weeks now. So how are you finding it? Are you enjoying it? Are you getting lots of support?
Oh my God, so much support. First of all, what I love about the values of this community is everyone is doing, supporting each other, trying to get away with like how complex is the world of algorithm and releasing music, and you have like big labels and everything. And I think most of us were independent, and I just find it really lovely. I was impressed, sometimes some of the moderators are saying, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't do this and that. But from my point of view, they're doing an incredible job. And I know everyone is volunteering. So I'm just so impressed and thankful. I've learned so much also through the conversations of everybody. So I'm like, wow, that was the best present for actually, I think it's the end of the year, around Christmas and New Year's Eve that I found out about NAS. So that was like my gift. Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely.
I was just going to ask, how did you actually come across the community?
So I don't know if I can speak about like the distributor I went through. Is that okay? It's, like just the brand I chose. They had like a playlist finder thing. I found out about all these things that you can ask people making playlists, to be in their playlist. I had no idea about this. I had no idea that in this industry you have fake bots and, people trying to steal you stuff to play to pretend playing. I mean, it was insane to find out about this. And then through the distributor that I choose to use to release my first song, there was the NAS playlist, and I was like, wow, there's so many, it's so impressive, what is it? It's probably so hard to get in. And I sent an email to the website, and I think I received one telling me, oh, we're reopening, we were closing like applications to join or something like that. And then I found out about the whole thing, the Discord, and all the ways, all the channels to get in touch with each other and support each other.
Nice. So it sounds like you kind of came across us just more or less on accident, and then you were kind of just thrust into this world of just, like there's a view that everybody has of like what the industry is and what it even means to be an independent artist. But then you get in and you're kind of like, oh, there's like people that want to like take advantage of me. There's people that are just pretending and making themselves look good. And then fortunately, it seems like we found a community here at NAS where it's people who actually genuinely want to help each other and support each other and see each other do well, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, it's great.
And help each other navigate through that, the questions we have, because like there's, surprises, and like make each other benefit from our experiences, and everyone's easy to reach. And I'm like, thank God, like I don't know what I would have done without this community, honestly. I'm really like finding, I don't know how many we are, but that many people you can speak to and you'll get an answer and then tell you. And I had also, I think it's Charlie, who was my mentor, so someone that is dedicated to answer your questions. It was great.
Nice. I'm glad you've been enjoying your time kind of within the community. I did want to ask too, how did you meet your collaborator and the people that you work with on your music? Like, how did you build those relationships? Was it people you already knew previously and they also worked on music, or did you kind of reach out and look for people?
I think everything in my life happened by accident. So this as well. It was a label that I started listening to. It's a label that you pay money and they send you all the CDs, all the vinyls, whatever you want, the MP3, whatever you want to have of the year in that label. And so the artist Gérald Toto that I'm working with, he was one of them. I listened to the songs. I did not know him, and I really liked his voice. And then there was a private concert that they offered to the members of the label. Sorry, see, I'm having a very bad way to say things in English.
I struggle with English, and it's my first language. It's okay.
Okay, thank you. And so I went to the concert and we spoke a bit, and there was someone in my family that I love very dearly who was losing his voice, and he's a singer, and he was there. And I don't know, somehow we got to connect later after that concert through Instagram. So not everything is bad with social networks, actually. And then we found out we moved to the same city at the same time. And I started taking singing classes, and from there, when you see you understand each other musically, you have also the same ethics, to try to do things in a honest way and everything. I just felt really lucky, and the rest is my mini history.
That's a fantastic history, because I do think that it's important when you're collaborating with someone to have the same ethics and to be on the same page. So it's nice that he could help you to discover your own voice and your own music and help your journey along. That's beautiful.
Thank you, Lisa. Again, can't wait to hear about your stories, but I have to refrain and let you interview me first.
I mean, do you want to just switch it up? Go ahead.
Well, have you been in this format of interview? Have you been interviewed, the two of you yourself?
Yes.
Okay, so can I watch that?
Yeah. Cool. I mean, mine was probably a couple seasons ago when because the original two hosts kind of phased out, and then Wilco came in, who was my co-host prior to Lisa. And then when it was time for me to come on, Wilco interviewed me, and then I don't know, Lisa, I guess we call yours like a full interview, or like, would you want to go back and do like I don't know, like a full one, just you? Because I know you kind of have to share with Ed a little bit, I feel like.
I don't know. To be honest, I've never actually done a music interview, with the exception of that one that we did a few weeks ago with Ed. I've done interviews previous to this because I'm also an author, so I've done book-related interviews where I've mentioned my music, but I've never solely discussed the music. But to be honest, I was quite happy to share the limelight with Ed. He's a good egg, is he? Bless him.
That might be what we have to do. We might have to, me and Sarah might need to interview you. That way you can have your own one, and Sarah gets to ask us all the questions she wants.
But to be fair, my journey is pretty similar to Sarah's in the sense that it happened sort of organically. I'm 40 as well, and I know I didn't start this until I was, I think, 37, and it was just like Sarah. It was something that I wanted to do as a child. I'd taken music lessons as a child, and I'd never really got that push until I met someone who was in the industry and lived close to me, and like Sarah, had the same ethics and I had all the support already on places like Twitter and stuff from having a lot of followers there. They just all sort of encouraged me to do it. And it wasn't ever something that I set out thinking, I'm going to start doing music now. It was just a natural sort of progression.
Awesome.
I mean, that was totally different. So I don't know how old I was. And I probably initially wanted to be a singer, and then kind of started to realize I can't really sing. So I was like, well, I could probably rap. And then I just started, like, as a little kid, just writing raps, but it would just be like just lines on paper. And then eventually that kind of turned into a way that I would kind of like vent and just get stuff out. I would just write raps about it. And then I met my cousin. I actually started going to school with, or I was still in the school that I'd been going to pretty much my entire life since like kindergarten. But one year there was a new kid who we ended up finding out that we were cousins, and he was a singer. And he kind of pushed me to actually kind of start going from just I write down raps in a notebook to actually starting to record them. Terrible recordings at first, literally just the recorder on our laptop, playing the music out loud from the speaker on the laptop. And eventually we moved on and we found Audacity, which was a little bit better, but we didn't know what we were doing. Like you said, so many skills that you have to like release music. And like, so we were recording it, but we didn't know how to do any of the mixing really. And then eventually in high school, a friend of mine found FL Studio. He like downloaded it from somewhere and gave it to me on a flash drive because he knew I rapped, and he was like, yeah, but it would be better if you use something more professional. Started using that, started trying to learn FL Studio, got better at it, never got really great at it. And the whole time I was just putting out music. I would show like my friends in school or classmates in school. And every once in a while I would have a song where people were like, oh, I like that line. And then I just kind of never stopped. And I just kind of kept going. Eventually now I use Studio One, which kind of came free with the audio interface I bought. So when we went through COVID and we were getting all that extra support and money and stuff, I took my money and I bought studio equipment, the microphone I'm using, the audio interface, these speakers, and kind of just upgraded my studio setup, if you will. And then I started putting out, I wasn't working, so I just put out a song like every month, and I would be recording a mixtape at the same time. And so I was putting out music every month, and I put out a mixtape that was just all songs that were unreleased like right after. And was picking up a lot of steam, a lot of help from New Artist Spotlight, and then had my son, moved to Texas, and that was about the end of that. Haven't really done a lot since. I just try to do what I can when I can now, but that's pretty much the journey for me.
Cool. As soon as we hang up, I'm gonna listen to both of your music the whole evening to get to know your universe.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it. But let's talk about your song, right? I know you said it's a cover. I hadn't heard it before, but probably different universe, right? So tell us why this song, why you decided to put your first song out as a cover, and just the process of recording it and putting it out.
Sure, yeah. So I think as a child, I find out I was a pretty obsessive child. It means that if I heard a sound, a song, an instrument, I would never forget it, and I would chase it my whole life. And that's what happened with that cover, actually. I think the original song, but again, it's a traditional song that's been played so many times in West Africa, and now even by some people who make rap music in France. It's a song about love and many different kind of love. It's called Diarabi, and when I found out that in my town there were some people playing kora, one day I looked for the courage inside myself to ask them, can you teach me the kora? And I started taking a class with them. And then later I found out they knew how to play this song, and I was like crying the first time they played it, because really it came from like 20 years ago. I heard this song and I never thought I would ever, have a chance to play it. That's why it's the first song I'm releasing, because it's, as I was saying, it's not about saying I'm making amazing music or anything, but I'm making the music that I dreamt of as a child, and the things that made me dream. So that's why. And the song is about a love between two people who I guess are in a kind of forbidden love, so the parents and the friends are telling to, I guess it's supposed to be the girl, and the person who's speaking is a boy, but it doesn't matter. Your parents don't want me to be with you because I have no money. Don't cry because of love. And then the other part of the song was added by another friend of mine and Kora teacher, Kako Sanogo, who explained to me in another way to do the song. It talks about, there is no medicine for love, and at the same time, there are so many ways love can express itself through relationship love, but also through family, through friends, etc., etc. So it's a song about this, where with the video that I will release also soon, with an artist who's based in the UK, it will extend a bit, the different way that song, the different situations that song can cover, even in the more modern world, and even if it's a traditional song. What was very important for me was to respect the fact that I'm not coming from that culture, and I want to be very respectful that I feel lucky that I was allowed to learn that song and to play it, but I'm not, from there, and that's why also I wanted to keep to highlight the importance of the meaning of the song. And I'll let the community know when the movie comes out as well.
And when you've put the lyrics to it as well, so that we can to read along and see the story for ourselves. Because I've got to be honest, I did not know what it was about. I just thought it was a beautiful song, and I presumed it was something to do with love because of the way it sounded. But it'd be fantastic to read the lyrics and really be able to feel what you're singing.
Sure, I will do that. Thank you.
So if you would do us the honor of giving the song an introduction, and we'll go ahead and play it.
Wow. the first time that I get to do this in my whole life. So, hello everybody, this is Sara Baya, and this is the first song I'm releasing, which is The Arabi. Hope you enjoy listening to it.
That was a beautiful song and absolutely fantastic instruments. Beautiful. Cannot wait to see the video that's going to be released soon and to see the lyrics that's going to be put onto Spotify so that we can really understand the meaning behind that song.
Thank you so much.
And I'm looking at the time here. I see kind of where we're at, and it's kind of at that time where we start getting this kind of ominous kind of feeling. It's like clouds start rolling in, and it's always like just this big event every time it happens. Are you familiar with what's about to happen? Do you have any idea?
Not at all.
Not at all. Lisa, you wanna tell her what's coming?
Oh, this is my favourite part, I think. This is the NAS Quickfire 5. So you get 5 questions, and is it 30 seconds to answer each? How long?
15 seconds.
Oh, sorry, 15 seconds. So you get 5 questions, 15 seconds to answer each question. So it's a quick off the top of your head response. First thing you think of. Are you ready?
Sure. Let's do it.
All right, I'll start us off. Question 1. What is your favorite song from the New Artist Spotlight playlist?
Currently, it's By My Side by Rich Allen.
Oh, good choice. Okay, question 2. What song would you like to be played at your funeral?
It's a song called Didi from Khaled, Algerian musician. Because it's very funny, there's trumpetists in the bathroom playing trumpet. And I want people to laugh in my funeral.
Okay. Question 3. If you could have the singing voice of any other artist on the planet, whose singing voice would you pick?
Voices, it's difficult to say because I'm trying to find my own, but I love Flesh Love, a Swiss Algerian artist. I love her universe.
Right, question 4. What is the cheesy song that you love?
Show Me Love by Robin S. I don't know if it's that cheesy, but I've rediscovered it and I love it.
All right. And question 5. If you could spend the day with any other New Artist Spotlight artist, who would you pick?
So now that I get to know you, it would be both of you.
Oh,
I
thank you.
appreciate that. You got to pick one of us, though. Who would it be?
Oh gosh, impossible. Sorry.
I don't know. We'll have to see if we're going to count that one. I'll leave it up to Andres if that one's going to count.
Do I lose points if I did not answer properly?
I'm pretty sure, unless the rules have changed, and I don't think they have, if you don't answer a question, you're kind of banished from the podcast forever, potentially kicked out of the community, and all of your music gets removed from streaming. So.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Can I answer again?
Too late.
That's fine.
Was there anything that you wanted to talk about that we didn't get to cover?
Thank you. Actually, I forgot to say that I'm releasing a new song, I hope soon in February. And in total, it will be like an EP. I don't know how many songs is supposed to be an EP, but I hope I will do something like 6-ish soon this year.
Oh, fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you. I hope I'm not getting ahead of myself. Sorry, Origin.
I got faith in you. I think you can do it.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I actually have no idea either how many songs an EP is supposed to be. My first EP, I put 7 songs, and I'm like, I don't know if that's too many, but I'm going to call it an EP because I don't want to call it a mixtape, and it's not an album, so the EP fits what I want it to be. So
exactly. I like that vibe. We'll just make it what we want it to be.
there you go. All right. Well, we'll be looking forward to the EP. Do you have any ideas yet on what you're going to call it? Can we get an exclusive?
I think I will keep the suspense for now because I might change my mind. I have some ideas, but I don't want to regret what I'm going to say. Sometimes I get a bit ahead of myself. But keep you posted.
All right.
We want to be the first to know.
I promise you that the first people who will know are you, Lisa, and Origin. I will not tell anybody, even people in France working with me. I promise you that.
Nice.
Thank you.
But yeah, if you want to go ahead and tell us where we can find your music, where we can connect with you on socials, everything like that.
Sure. So I use mostly currently to release my music Spotify and YouTube. Had a really hard time connecting my artist account and everything, but I'm working through that. And Instagram mostly. And then I've joined X, but really because of NAS. I was not in there before.
Oh, fantastic. We'll have to join you over there. We'll start following you, help you to build up that follower count on X, but also Instagram and Spotify and YouTube. We can subscribe on YouTube.
Yes, and vice versa. I will do it as well. Thank you so much.
Yes. And I just want to give a big shout out to everybody that tunes into the show, that supports us, that helps us keep going, all the radio shows, everybody that's volunteering and helping push the community and just showing us love. And I want to thank you, Sara, for spending some time with us today.
Thank you so much, Lisa. Thank you so much, Origin. It was lovely to meet you. Thank you to everybody for listening and looking forward to get to know the rest of the community this year. Thank you so much to both of you.
Oh, thank you so much for coming onto the show today. It's been fantastic to get to know you a little bit better and to hear your fantastic music, and we cannot wait to hear what comes next.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Peace out.
New Artist Spotlight.